We know that the market had done extremely well since Election Day, with the belief that many of these issues had been holding back the markets. And when Donald Trump was elected, boom, people thought real business friendly. So when Charlie Gasparino today tweeted out a number he had crunched regarding the Dow, the little known or discussed fact got a lot of pickup. Charlie, how much first? Tell our people how much first the Dow has risen since election.
So since the election, the Dow has been up 2,219 points. That's since the election on what we've been talking about a lot here, a wave of optimism that free market policies, lack of regulation, lower corporate taxes, lower marginal tax rates for individuals, that would kickstart an economy that's been growing at a fairly tepid pace, something like 1.5% average or 2% average during the eight Obama years. So that was the good part. Now, here's where it gets interesting. If you look at the Dow since the State of the Union, and I think a lot of people would say that in his short time as president, the State of the Union was essentially a very high point for Donald Trump. It was, for the president, it was a very good speech. It was a very presidential speech. And I believe the market went up the next day, something like 300 points. But since that rise, from what as the numbers we've been crunching, obviously this is a moving target. The Dow is off 52 today. It was, if it's down 100, there's more losses. If it's down less than that, it's less losses. But if you look at it, since the high of the State of the Union, the Dow is off 600 points. Now, in the context of a Dow 21,000, that's not like Armageddon, but it does tell you something that on a snapshot what the market is worrying about. And talking to investors, here are some of the points we're hearing. There's a degree of profit taking here. Of course, why not? Dow's at 21,000.
You'd be dumb not to.
Be dumb not to. But here are some of the worries. Worries about the tax cut plan. You already hear talk about the 15% corporate tax rate going down from 35 to 15. Ain't going to happen. It's going to be something a lot more modest, something maybe at 25% or 20%. There's already talk that there won't be individual tax cuts maybe in this bill. They won't be able to do both of them. Who knows when they're going to do this? So then you have all that uncertainty surrounding the tax plan coming out of the health care loss, which, by the way, the health care plan, it was predicated on doing that first, not taxes, because you would take down the baseline budget and you'd be able to cut taxes more without blowing up the deficit, according to the CBO analysis. So that's one thing. The other thing that investors are worried about, and there he is, Donald Trump signing, I guess, another executive order or talking to people about it. Wilbur Ross on his left, I believe. Gary Cohen's probably somewhere. You ever notice that Gary Cohen's always lurking in the background somewhere? It's like he wants to get in the picture.
He's not lurking. He looks very comfortable and confident.
Okay, but the other thing that the investors cite is what they're worried about.
When you're like 6'5", you appear to be lurking.
Yeah, well, he's a big guy. We know that. Other thing that investors are worried about, quite frankly, and a lot of our viewers and the Trumpkins of the world are not going to like this. He's very erratic on Twitter. He says crazy stuff. Markets don't like that.
How much of that 600-point loss since that speech to the joint session, how much of that do you think has to do with him throwing out that stuff about Obama, wiretap me, can you believe it, saying it as if it were fact when it has been
and other stuff. I mean, let's face it, that's not the only crazy stuff that he tweeted. I say some of it does, and all you have to do is look at when the market started trading off. Remember, gave the State of the Union on a Tuesday, I believe. He tweeted the crazy stuff. He went to crazy town that Saturday. Okay? So within 4 days, and that's when you started.
I can just hear you all now.
Yeah. No, he went to crazy town that Saturday. I'll say it again. He went to crazy town that Saturday with the Obama tweet, which, obviously he was intercepted. Maybe he was intercepted, but he wasn't. Obama didn't go out and say, let's go after this guy. One other thing that's kind of interesting, and this is what you'll see in the budget. We hear to extract. What's the word for it? Extract revenge on the Freedom Caucus.
Exact. I'm sorry.
I thought it was exact.
Coming out. Exact.
He to get some revenge on them, he's going to fund Planned Parenthood. There's some talk.
I heard that.
Screw them. He's just going to stick it and say, okay, guys, you screwed me on health care. You're the reason why we didn't pass this thing. Now you got Planned Parenthood. Good for you. Just
Charlie
watch
Gasparino.
that. That's going to be an interesting battle.
All right.
Planned Parenthood.
And in all fairness, Charlie and I have both gone to crazy town at certain points.
No,
in our
I've
life.
never. Not like this.
Charlie Gasparino, thank you very much.